Happy Halloween. Let's have a review. Judy here. So today, let's talk about Dracula. I'm about a 90s series based on Dracula for kids. Dracula for kids. My oldest memory of vampires was when I was watching my favorite show at the time, Jada Mars. I was a young kid, and there was a vampire themed episode. Jada Mars, for the record, is a character from Osamu Tezuka, and it was basically his way to circumvent copyright to create his own version of his own character, because at the time he didn't have the rights to it. So he created a version of his own character that was similar enough that it had everything the Astro Boy had, but it was different because it was just a different robot, basically. But it was everything else was pretty much the same. However, it's a really good show. In spite of it being like discount Astro Boy, Jada Mars is amazing. But that's not what we're here. What we're here is for this. Over here. Video is playing right now. So on the episode, a vampire gets introduced, full with all the vampire themes, bats, the disappearance. The origins is completely different. They're basically aliens, and they have transformed this man. There was abandoned in space by his friends because there was no way to save him, and so he's come back for revenge. But the imagery from the show is to stay with me growing up. And this image right here towards the end stuck with me. So my first introduction to Dracula was when I was a wee lad after that Jada Mars episode. I don't know how long, but after that for sure. And I stood up one night to watch the classic Universal Studios 1931's Dracula. It was black and white. Either way, it was black and white for me because all I had was a black and white TV growing up because Cuba. And the point is, this movie traumatized me. I started to sleep like a burrito after that because, you know, a blanket will protect you against these. But yeah, scared for life, scarred for life. So then this series started airing. The Dracula, the series started airing, and me and my friends would also sit down together and watch it all the time, and then we would talk about what happened in the episode, how if it scared us, and what not, and we learned vampire lore through it, and it was just a good time, and a series that I remember until now, and a series that I don't hear people talk about at all. So I wanted to make this review as for half Halloween special for this year, and half because I want people to go back and check out this series. That is a little cheesy and a little corny, and it is for kids. But even though it's for kids, it is very dark. Like, it knows what the subject matter is, and it's not afraid to use it in the same way as if it were used for adults. It is not like bloody per se, but it definitely has a kill count. So let's start the kill count. Here? Yeah, probably here. Kill count's gonna be here. And yeah, let's go to the review. I don't want to spoil the Dracula The Series. So if you want to watch it now, you can probably find it on YouTube, or you can just go buy it, and then you get back to this video and finish watching it with me and let me know what you think. So if you don't care, then I'm gonna spoil it, then go ahead and stay watching the video. But obvious spoil warning is obvious. Review. Episode 1, Children of the Night, opens with a couple leaving a restaurant, and the girl's hair will remind you that we are indeed in the 90s. I know, I'm hilarious. A double vision effect stalks our couple. This is either because our vampire is drunk, or this is a very budget effect because it is the pilot after all.
Sort of late, isn't it?
We were just on our way home.
Seems like a nice idea.
Night, officer.
Our couple is interrupted by the phone police in the shape of a cheap jump scare. And what a twist! The double vision effect stalks her, and we have our vampire reveal. Kill count, everybody. 1. Cue that intro. I absolutely love this intro. Into the Townsend family. Siblings Max and Chris and their mother, Eileen. They have moved to Europe since...
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to tell you. They changed my schedule again. I have to go to Madrid tomorrow.
I thought it was London.
Oh, no, honey, that's the day after.
I thought we were gonna get to see you this time.
Well, you are, hon. That's why I've flown you over. We're going to be a lot closer here than with you in Philadelphia.
They will be staying with their uncle Gustav Helsing, as in, yes, Dad Helsing.
Come inside, will you? It's terribly bright out here.
Come!
This year we'll get introduced to the character traits. Max, the younger son, he's obsessed with the supernatural. Chris is a teen, so he's interested in girls now and dating. Gustav is kind of a smart ass. And mom is busy working because she's a single parent, and she'll be busy most of the series. You'll see her twice.
Uncle Gustav? Is this what I think it is?
A very interesting epistemological question, Max. How can I know what you think?
Well, it looks like a wooden stake. The kind you'd use to plunge into the blood-gorged chest of a vampire.
My goodness. You're exactly right. And to think all these years I've been using it as a doorstop.
You'll have to excuse Max, Gustav. He's a little obsessed with the supernatural.
A little. Anyway, Max, how do we know that you're not a vampire yourself, the way you wolfed down those poppy seeds?
What's wrong with them?
Huh, some experts. Vampires cannot resist poppy seeds. They're absolutely mad about them. If you're going to venture into the world of the undead, young man, you had better know the nature of the beast.
This warning about superficial knowledge is one of the key themes of the show. All through it, you will see multiple hints about how just knowing something or just knowing a little about something is not enough, and you really should look further. So I just think it's very it's awesome that this show, even though it was from the 90s, it speaks to us today with problems with like news sources or just being misinformed altogether.
Hello, Miss Townsend. Uncle Gustav?
Well, gentlemen, may I present Miss Sophie Metternich.
Enter Sophie, one of my favorite characters in the show.
She stays here when she goes to school.
You live here?
Yes. Shouldn't I?
Chris Townsend. I love astronomy and rap, and I'm older than I look, and I think I'm ready for a truly giving relationship.
Hello.
And this is Maximilian.
Max, please. Just Max.
Come on, guys. I'll show you to your rooms. Then we have to change and get going.
So growing up, I saw myself in Max a lot. There was a lot of things that I recognized of myself in him. He was a little introverted. He knew a little weird things and facts that nobody else knew. And I also, my dad was a teacher, so I always had books of science around me. So I was always that. Well, actually, kid.
I can introduce you in a minute.
So Eileen takes her kids to a work conference, and here we meet the other big character in the series. Enter Lucard. Alexander Lucard.
No, he owns Lucard Enterprises.
Alexander Lucard.
banking, real estate, and chemicals. He's one of the richest men in the world.
Not even in the top 10, I'm afraid. Alexander Lucas.
Eileen Townsend, Pennsylvania Industrial Bank.
Yes, I know. We've made quite a splash in the last few weeks. That Eurobond deal was very interesting.
Thank you. Oh, these are my boys, Chris and Max. They just arrived today.
How are you like?
I want my MTV.
Well, you can have it if you own a satellite. How else would I watch Young MC?
You're into rap?
And hip-hop and some ska. I tell you what, Chris, here's my card. Call my people if ever you get homesick for a little rap.
Yes, thanks, I will.
Welcome. Welcome, Max. Eileen.
Well, if you're gonna be in Europe, you might as well have some friends, right?
So Eileen goes away on business and she leaves the kids with their uncle Helsing. And Max is convinced that Helsing is a vampire. So since Lucas was the only person that they know, they met at the conference, and since he gave them his card, Max goes to him for help, thinking that his uncle is a vampire. And this happens.
Ignore you. There are certain things you should know about Gustav Helsing.
I knew it. Oh man, what a dweeb I am.
Please, Max. It could happen to anyone. Just leave those. Now, listen to me. I believe you and your brother may be in some danger. I'm expecting an important phone call. Could you give me just a few minutes alone? Then we'll have a talk about what needs to be done.
Sure, Mr. Lacard. I'll just be outside.
Surprise! No, not a surprise. This is the title of the series. Dracula The Series. So Max pulls a Rapunzel and he cons Chris and Sophie to follow him into Lucas' castle. And of course they proceed to get into the castle because what is security? And this is a pun that will be happening through the series a lot.
Don't you see? I saved you. Uncle Gustav is a vampire. And this is the only place we're safe.
Uncle Gustav's a what?
A vampire. I knew you wouldn't come here if I had asked you to. So I tricked you. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh Max, you scoundrel you.
This is the dumbest thing you've ever done, and believe me, there is lots of competition.
Don't be too hard on the boy, Christopher. Max brought you here at my invitation. You were in very great danger, but you are safe now. Under my wing, so
Well, that's good.
to speak.
Go on, run.
Raymond!
Run, get Uncle Gustav. He's our last chance.
You see why Sophie's one of my favorite characters. She's a little badass on her own right. She's been trained by Gustav Helsing, and she just had not met Dracula before. And she just kind of figured it out. She was ready. And she's a really cool character. She's strong, she's smart, she has agency. And she's still like a little girl, because, you know, she is a little girl. And she's awesome.
Do you know the music?
Mozart.
Very good. His Mass for the Dead. He died while he was writing it. Funny how things work out.
You're him. Aren't you?
Why, whatever do you mean?
You're Dracula.
No, I'm Milli Vanilli. Of course I'm Dracula. And you know what? I enjoy being me. Think of the advantages. Forever free to roam the night, collecting. Officer Maria Schmidt, my latest acquisition. Beautiful skin tone. Although yours is even finer.
Yep, the show just went there. the kids try to contact Uncle Gustav by phone, but he doesn't respond to them, and so they decide to come back for Sophie. And of course they get in again by the power of shenanigans.
Gustav will find out you have me, and he'll come after you.
I sincerely.
This is why I love Sophie. She's cool and collected, she's wise, as her name implies, and she's just defying of Dracula. It's a really cool character.
Yes.
He suspects who you are, you know.
Well, of course he does. He's a worthy opponent. Not quite the equal of his great-grandfather, but definitely ahead of his grandfather and father. Legendary vampire hunters, all of them. That's why he must be disposed of.
No.
I'll start with a little aperitif, I think.
She's still my favorite character in the show aside from Max. It is okay to have emotions. She's smart, she's collected, but now she's facing death and she's threatened with a force that she cannot fight on her own at this moment. So she's lost it, and that's fine. You can have a really strong character and still have them show emotions, or having them break down is fine.
Leave her alone! You don't know who you're dealing with.
But I do.
What is that stuff?
Holy water!
Where'd you get it?
I never leave home without it.
Oh, Max.
Oh, great, Elvira.
Keep her covered. Stake her. You've got to stake her.
But I don't believe in...
Believe!
Kids show.
But I can't do it. She's a girl.
I'm not touching that one. 90s.
Stake her. You're blocking the cross. Nobody messes with my brother.
This is a cool effect for a 90s TV show. And also, as far as the plot, it keeps things simple, so that if the kids kill a vampire, they don't have to deal with like having to bury a body, because that would be too... Even Buffy did it this way. So,
I believe. I believe. I said I believe.
So that dolly zoom is a really cool shot. So, well, I think most of the show holds up. What about to come to a point where I don't think it held up as well. There is a fighting scene between Helsing and Dracula, and the choreography or the lack thereof it speaks volumes. I'm not sure if it was done because of the actor that plays Helsing is an older gentleman, or if it's because it's trying to homage the old vampire movies from the 1930s or so, like the original Dracula. This now.
Care for seconds, Mr. Lacard?
System of that effect. It's cheesy, I know. I like it.
It's been a running battle through the centuries. My ancestors and him. I lost track of him several years ago, before he created this newest identity, this Alexander Lucard. You must all learn to trust each other, and no one else. I myself spent an evening watching you two sleep, to make sure you weren't Lucard's agents.
That's why Max thought he was a vampire, because he was creeping. And with that, episode 1 wraps up. In just 20 minutes, the show has introduced all its characters, at least the ones for now, the main protagonists, how their dynamics work, what the rules of the universe are, which are basically mostly based on 1930s Dracula films. And I know that the lore is older, but for argument's sake, since the show does pay lots of homages to the movie from the Dracula from 1931, let's say that it's based on the lore from that. Like even down to episode titles, like Children of the Night is quoted straight from Dracula.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
1931 film. And yeah, this is why I love this show. And while doing this review, I even encounter even more reference to the old Dracula films that I'll be explaining as we go over them in the different episodes. So let's go to episode 2, see what it brings. Only a dream.
I dreamt he was right here.
And now we're introduced to the series MacGuffin.
There are a lot of things to worry about, Max, but a dream like that isn't one of them. As long as you're in this house, you're protected by the Cross of the Magyars.
The what?
Cross of the Magyars. Who were the Magyars? And I'm mispronouncing that terribly. So I did a bit of research, and the Magyars were the people who eventually became the Romanians. And basically, the show is trying to tie Dracula to Transylvania and also to the Blood the Impaler history. That's what's going on. I mean, but the fact that the show did a little bit of homework and had this as a reference to world history is kind of commendable, and it's kind of cool. I didn't know about this until I researched what the name of the cross meant for this review, so I'm not much to talk about history of Romania of all places. But I did put a little link below, so if you want to know more, it's right here. So yeah, let's keep going.
You haven't noticed the big cross over the stairway?
So basically what the cross does is that it protects the house against vampires, and it will show later how it actually does that, and it's kind of a cool thing that it does. And it gets used and over again through the rest of the series. It is the series MacGuffin mostly. There's other MacGuffins that come into play later per episode, but this one is the most important one because it keeps our main hero safe within the confines of their home. This episode is episode 2 and it's called Double Cross. I wonder what's going to happen on this episode. Uncle Gustav gives Max a book for him to gain some knowledge, touching on the themes of the show, knowledge, and what you do with it.
It would tell you how to keep evil away.
I wonder how Max is going to screw this up. And also, we enter now the second plot of this episode.
Hello. Who? Peter Dyson, you old dog. How are you? In town. Is, Anna with you? Splendid. How is she? Still asking about me, is she?
Turn down for what?
If you're gonna be in town for the weekend.
Turn down for what?
What? I had to.
Uncle Gustav, when was the last time the cross of the Magyars was blessed?
What?
So Max takes the initiative after he read a little bit on that book about vampires and how to keep evil away. So he read that the cross needed to be blessed. And foreshadowing book is foreshadowing. Tan tan tan.
Excuse me, is the pastor here? When will he be back? It's important. Look, Gustav Helsingsen. You know who he is, don't you?
I know where Gustav Helsing lives.
Yeah, well, he wants me to get his cross blessed before sundown.
Leave it here. I will take care of it.
No, never mind. I'll just find someone else.
I will take care of it. Leave it here.
Sure, okay. I'll just, wander around and, check back with you later. Like in an hour. Or maybe 2. But no later than sundown for sure, okay? Okay.
After that, the show goes back to us with a scene with Ducard. And this is why I say this show uses vampires as a metaphor for the 1% as to represent vampires of society.
And although I'm aware of the fact that closing the plant in Arvennes will put hundreds out of work and perhaps kill the town, one must realize that it was an ugly little town anyway.
And now we'll move back to the reunion with the friends, and I'll go over later about what part of the Dracula novel is being used in this episode as a sort of reference.
And so Anna finally found me sound asleep in the back of the milk truck.
Milk cart, you mean? Some of them were still horse-drawn in those days.
We're home. Ah, here they are. Peter and Anna Dyson. This is Sophie, whom you've heard so much about.
Hi.
And Eileen Townsend's sons, Chris and, here, where's Max?
We haven't seen him.
Well, he'll be back shortly. Come in and join us. We've been friends for almost 40 years.
There's nothing more than teenagers want more than sit back and hear about old stories from when people were younger. Nothing more. But I give these kids kudos for, I guess, being polite and sitting down.
And we weren't even Dutch.
Awesome.
Alas, the band broke up when Peter married the Dutch girl. Women always go for the accordion player.
Please, your secret is out. Men now know what you like.
I prefer to think Anna was just showing good judgment.
Oh, here, let me show you the dance I used to do in the show.
I'm not going to show that.
Don't worry, it's all right.
Lucas. He did. The Helsing home. Well, that's very good, most promising. Keep me informed.
This episode is called Double Cross. And it is a TV trope. The many title episodes spoil what happens in the episode, and it's mostly because they don't want you to focus on that aspect. They want you to focus on something else. And it's kind of like the time that Dragon Ball Z did Yamcha Dies, the Terror of the Cybermen.
Yamcha, no!
Is he?
Yes, he is.
Really? And the cross is gone from the house? You're absolutely certain? Well, imagine that. No cross in the house, and sunset a mere 64 minutes, 15 seconds away. Excellent.
So Dracula is on the prowl, and we have two new characters, and one of them is a double crosser.
Where's my goofy brother?
Uncle Gustav! Uncle Gustav!
Max, we were getting worried.
Where's Uncle Gustav?
He's at dinner somewhere with the Dysons. I think you were supposed to be around here to meet them.
I think I did something stupid.
Max, what's wrong?
But it may be okay.
Max, what did you do?
Oh, no.
Max.
I was reading a book about talismans, right? You know, the things that protect you from vampires? And I read they had to be blessed, right? But I didn't read the whole thing, which said that you gotta bring a pastor to the talisman and not the other way around, or else it's game over and the bad guys win, see? So I...
So the house is unprotected? Max, you idiot!
Chris, don't panic. It's probably all right. I mean, how would Lucard find it? It's gone.
And the children are alone now.
Sunset, guys. Go to yellow alert.
I know. Let's get out of here. How would Dracula find us if we're not in the house when he gets here?
Relax, Max. He can't know the cross is missing.
Besides, all of Uncle Gustav's vampire fighting stuff is right here. They're empty. Everything's gone.
It's what?
Someone must have stolen all the crosses in the holy water.
But who?
Peter. Max, get upstairs.
No way,
Max,
man.
upstairs!
Okay. I'm going.
Yeah, send the kid alone upstairs.
What's happening? What's he doing?
Enjoy yourself. He's letting us know that we can't win.
Where is he? Where's Lucard?
You can't scare Dracula with noises, you dimwits!
So on the script, I was originally gonna nitpick that he comes in without an invitation, but he does have a double crosser, so that person could have invited him in. So yeah.
It's all in the wrist.
Whoa.
Didn't see that coming, did ya?
Chris! Dracula's in my room! Let's get out of here!
Who the heck left the door open? Look at the house!
Peter took all the crosses in the holy water.
Peter? Gustav? What on earth is going on?
That's gratitude for you.
Anna. Oh, no. No.
Oh, Anna. Come here. Come here.
Okay, so this episode is more or less a reference to the Dracula original novel, in which Anna takes the place of Lucy in a way. Just like Lucy, she was in a lost triangle or more in the case of Lucy. And just like Lucy, she was Dracula's victim. And just like Lucy, she was used by Dracula to get to her family.
I hate a sore loser.
Uncle Gustav!
Hello, is anybody here? I got some cross blast.
Right here, throw it!
Who could have seen that one coming? If nothing else, Dracula is polite. He closed the door after he left. Now they close this second episode wraps up, and we close the episode with this tender moment. Uncle Gustav wonders why he didn't end up with the girl, and he kind of closes the knot on that, and there's some resolution and some character growth on his part, even though he's an old man and supposed to know everything already.
This holy water will free you from that monster by my hand. That I am the cause of such things. Perhaps you were better off with Peter after all. At least I can bring you back again. My dear friend.
I wish you would stay. I know this sounds silly, but for some reason, when Anna and I woke up this morning, we couldn't wait to go home.
Oh, you didn't sleep well?
Oh, no, I slept very soundly. But I had the strangest dreams. But I don't remember them now.
And they both not remember. Why do they not remember? Reasons.
The headache I woke up with. Oh, my. The whole evening's a blur. But I promise when we visit again, we'll stay longer. And then I'll try not to be such a jealous fool when Anna praises you.
Then you wouldn't be yourself, dear Peter.
When Max wakes up, give our love to him. Huh?
Maybe they'll meet him in season 2. Just kidding. There was no season 2. Also, these characters never show up or are mentioned ever again. The other thing that I want to just point out is that, unlike Lucy, Anna does not meet the same fate. She's actually saved by the people that she loved, and she continues living her life without remembering, and she's happy. I mean, basically, we met her after she already got her happy ending, but yeah.
Now remember, we must not tell Max that the cross of the Magyars was crafted by St. Varma and never had to be blessed in the first place. Agreed?
There goes my day.
Yeah, but we should tell him that in the future he must finish reading whatever he starts. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. But for now, let him sleep.
So I originally intended to do a long episode for maybe 2 hours or so, reviewing the entire series, but that's not going to happen in one go. So instead, I'm going to review 2 episodes at a time for the Dracula series all through this month, because Halloween just started. I mean, I know it's October and it's not technically Halloween, but I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, and I'm going to celebrate the whole month. I usually do this. I do big theme parties, costumes, so everybody comes. It's fun. It's a good time. So I'm going to be doing reviewing this series through the whole month instead. And hopefully I get to finish it before the month ends. If not, we'll finish it regardless, because Halloween should be a year-round thing. So yeah, if you like vampires, if you like Halloween, if you like Dracula, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this review series. If you've seen the show, if you remember it, Give me a shout out. Let me know what your memories of the show are. Forgive my stuttering. Stutter, it's a thing. It happens. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, and I'll be back soon with another review of the next 2 episodes, talking about Dracula and vampires and such. And till then, see ya.